we share, with a dash of this and a pinch of that, mixed all up with care. The best company and conversation, recipes and new creations. We're cooking up something good here at home. We are cooking up something good here at home.
Hello, family. We're so glad you joined us today. And it's a special day here in the kitchen because I have a very, very special friend who's going to be making our meal today. I have an apron on. I don't usually wear aprons, but in honor of today, I put an apron on because she has one on. Is she a sloppy cook? I don't think so. I think it's just something that she does. It's part of her whole persona because she is a very good cook, and she's a very good friend of mine. She not only is a woman that I feel has great integrity, has a wonderful family, wonderful husband, great family, great kids. In fact, a couple of her kids work here at Cornerstone, and Paul and I, they're like family to us. We just love them. It's amazing how God brings people into your life and they grow a part of you. And Alan and Nina, and Johnny too. He's a little bit young yet to work behind the camera, but he will one day, I'm sure. But their mother is a special lady because all of these attributes are wonderful, but the most important thing, the thing I like most about her is she loves God. She has a passion for God. She lives her life to please God. She's trained her children in the ways of God. You know, Johnny's on Facebook, and he comes out with some of the most profound statements, and you think, oh my goodness, where did he get that? I mean, he's just a teenager. Where did he get that? It's because God's already talking to him, and he speaks through him. And one thing I like about them, they're not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. They're very open about their witness, and everybody knows that this family loves God. And I am very proud to call her my friend. She and I are on the same wavelength. We like to do the same things. First of all, we both love the Lord. We love to talk about God and talk about the end times and what's happening in the world and how we need to pray for this one and pray for government officials and pray for this and pray for that. And then we both really, really, really enjoy cooking. And so she's going to be, I've stepped aside today. I have turned over the pots and pans. And Laura Comanisi, my very special friend, is going to make one of her really delicious dishes. And she's going to tell you more about it when we come back. But first, we're going to take the hint. And when we come back, look out. We're getting it ready right here in the kitchen with Laura Comanisi. Here's today's at-home hint. Here's today's at-home hint. To prevent pasta from boiling over, place a wooden spoon or fork across the top of the pot while the pasta is boiling. It will not boil over. Here's my very special friend, Laura. I'm so glad you're here today. Oh, bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you for that introduction.
Oh, my goodness, I meant every word of it. I told her, don't worry, I'll tell you a few lies. It'll be okay. It'll all balance out. No, there's not. I meant that from my heart, and I don't lie.
Thank you.
I don't lie.
That's special.
Now, you're going to make us something that every Italian family has to know how to make, right?
Right.
Or you're not Italian.
Right.
Okay. She's going to do a lasagna. And this looks so different. Tell us why it's different.
Well, it's different because I do roll-ups, and the reason why I do the rolls is picky eaters. Somebody may not like meat. Somebody may not like spinach. Or you can do picky eaters or gluten diets. Today
special
there's
needs.
Special needs, gluten diets, or lactose intolerance.
So you can customize
You can customize it, and when you customize the rolls, instead of layering, it's easier because then you can
sure.
Yeah, you can have
Pick
your
them
rolls, and you can pick out the particular rolls, and I think it's basically easier than to layer because then when you cut the layers, when they come out of the oven, they're sliding everywhere.
You have to let that set up.
These are individual servings.
Okay, what are we doing over there?
What I did earlier was I like a big, long frying pan. And what I do is I just take it, boil the water, and you just stick them right in. And I crisscross. I put a little bit of oil in the water, and I crisscross. That's it, 6 minutes. And when
They have to be soft enough so that
they
you can,
yeah, and
you can
it's
roll them.
usually 6 minutes. You can see, and this is nice. See, they don't break.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah, you don't want to go more than 6 though,
no,
because then
they'll
you'll
break.
What's worse than trying to make lasagna with noodles that are split? I hate that.
Yeah, and you can handle them nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your filling like?
All right, what I do first is you can, your homemade sauce, a jarred sauce, a good jarred sauce, layer the pan, your 9 by 13 pan.
So you use just your favorite jarred sauce. You don't
That's
even.
all.
Now I know you make your own homemade.
Yeah, I do.
But
I
you
do.
don't use it on here because there's too many other flavors. What's not?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can just do a simple bland sauce.
Okay.
So you just put a little bit on here. And I'll tell you what, a lot of recipes call for sauce in your mixture. I do not put
No,
it
we
in.
don't either.
Yeah, I don't put it in because when you're rolling, you need it consistency.
something to hold it.
Hold
Yeah.
it.
I think too. You know, I love sauce, but I don't like it to be sloppy sauce because it seems like that's all you can taste. Then it's just a saucy with a bunch of noodles and a little bit of cheese. I like to have the distinctive layers in the taste. Now, what are you doing with the eggs?
Well, I just start with the eggs first, only because I need to beat them.
okay. How many eggs is that?
3 eggs.
3 eggs.
Yeah, and that just pulls everything and holds everything together.
Okay.
So,
Beat those up.
okay, then we're just going to add our ingredients. Okay, I like to start with my heavier ingredients first. So,
And that
the
would be
ricotta.
Ricotta. What? You can't make
No.
it without ricotta.
Yeah, I know. Now, if you have somebody that's lactose, you wouldn't use the ricotta.
No,
You'd
we'd
use
leave that
special
out.
cheese, and you'd pull that aside. So you
Okay.
would have mixing 2 separate. And I use about 32 ounces. This is
That's 40.
46.
She measures everything very carefully.
Oh.
No, she doesn't. That's the
I
mark
don't
of a good.
measure, I know, I'm
Well,
sorry.
as many times you've made this, you have a pretty
Yeah.
good idea as to how much 4 cups is.
Yeah.
But if you need to measure it, you can do that too.
Yeah, it would be about 4 cups.
Okay?
put
Here, I'll
this
take that for
aside.
you. Go ahead and
Okay.
whatever's next.
Yeah, I just cut this up in here. Then your sausage, I fry my sausage or ground meat,
Okay.
whatever the family likes.
Could you use like sopressata or chorizo, any of those?
Whatever.
Delicious.
And you know, that's what's nice about lasagna. It's custom made to whatever your
And
family.
it can be hot or mild, whichever you want, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what, a pound?
A pound, yeah.
Okay.
And we did saute this up earlier.
You drained it off too, didn't you?
Yeah. I added a little bit of garlic.
To give it some more flavor. Yeah.
Okay, here's garlic, about a clove or 2.
Okay.
And then some parsley.
Get it all out of there. Okay.
And the parsley, I like
love
a
it.
lot of parsley. It kind of gives
Oh,
it
it
that
gives
fresh.
a flavor. Yeah, it always adds fresh.
Kind of
Okay.
makes it nice and fresh. Okay, and then the spinach. My family likes spinach, so I add the spinach.
Now that's 1 box of spinach, isn't
One
it?
box.
Frozen spinach, chopped spinach. But this has to be well drained,
Yeah,
or else that's so soupy it doesn't work right.
right. And when you're making it, I'm telling you, I have had everything ready for the lasagna and forgot this.
Oh,
So I had
don't
to
you
go in the
hate that?
freezer. It's
Oh, I hate
wet.
it.
It's really wet.
Yeah.
So you drain it really good. I mean, we've even taken like a clean dish towel and put it
Yes,
in
and wring it,
'cause
yeah. Okay, we only have 2 minutes here, so we might want to
Okay.
start. Do you put that cheese goes
Okay,
in?
I put the Parmesan, Romano, any kind of cheese
Oh,
you
okay.
like, a couple cups of
Okay.
mozzarella, provolone, whatever you
Wow.
have. You mix this real good.
Okay. Now that seems a little dry, but that once
It'll
you get
be
it mixed,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be easier to roll too.
And the eggs are the binding agent, right? Does that holds this all together so that when because you're going to make the rolls, and you don't want that falling out of there.
Right.
So that's good because that will hold it together, and I can see it coming together
Yeah.
now. It doesn't
It
look as
is.
dry as it was. No.
And then you're going to have sauce on the bottom, and then when
Yeah.
I'm done too, you're going to
Sauce on
pour some
top.
sauce. I just wanted to show these real quick.
Just take them out.
Yeah. See,
They're
They're
pliable.
nice, pliable. And what I did over here, you don't even have to drain them. You just lay them down.
Yeah, don't put them
But
on
they're
paper
quite
towels or
not
they'll
ready.
stick.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not quite ready yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Ready to go?
Yeah, go ahead, start your rolls.
Okay.
Swap out this stuff here for you. There you go.
Okay. This clean paper towel, that's okay. I'm going to put them here. Okay. And all you do is take a nice heaping teaspoon. And you layer it.
The whole way along or just on one end? On the whole way along. Oh,
Yeah.
generous, yum.
I know, that's,
You can't help yourself, can
I
you?
know.
But you know, when you think the lasagna noodle has it the whole way along,
right,
doesn't it?
right.
Yeah, and you know what, it wouldn't be right if you didn't, because you would get a big thick piece of noodle and there would be no stuffing in between.
Yeah, and you get a nice serving, you know, because really this is going to be a serving.
Is that
when you
one per
cut it.
person?
Yeah, well, I
But your
actually
family,
put,
probably two, huh?
yeah, I put 12, only because I found 12 fits
Nice in a
nicely
dish, yeah.
in the 9 by 13.
Okay.
Okay,
Now you're just going to roll.
Just gonna
Show us how
roll.
you do. Okay, go ahead.
that's it. You
Oh,
just roll
nice.
from one end, and now look
Beautiful. Show it
look
to
at
the
the
camera.
size.
Just hold it still. Yeah.
See the
Beautiful,
side? And now
okay.
the seam side goes
Down.
down on the
Because
dish.
you don't want that to come loose.
Yeah, and
Push
you
it
know,
to the corner. Okay, let's
what,
make another one.
Okay, what else is nice about this is showers, individual servings, yeah,
And you could add like chicken or anything to that, couldn't
anything. And then what's nice too is cut these in half
make
and
it
make
smaller.
little ones for
okay.
anniversary parties, showers.
Okay, you know what? While she continues to roll, and she's going to finish up the rolls, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll show you as she puts them in the oven. Oh, this looks great.
Good.
If you just joined us, my friend Laura has made lasagna, but not in the layers. She made them in the rolls, and here they are here. And Laura, I just wanted you to show them how much. You don't drown them with sauce.
No, I don't.
You just put enough to keep them moist on the top. And then that goes into a 350 degree oven. And what are you going to cover it with foil?
Yeah, I just sprayed a little bit with the Pam because afterwards we're
Doesn't
going to
stick.
add a little bit of cheese on the top.
Oh, so
Not
it's-
now.
Okay.
Not
That
now.
makes sense. All right.
Just
And
cover it.
you want to seal it well.
And then
Very good.
I'll bake it for about a half hour.
Okay.
And then I take the cover off. And I
Oh,
put
okay.
a little bit of Parmesan, Romano cheese grated on top and stick it in for about 10 more minutes.
And that melts down. Oh, that
yeah,
makes it
kinda
look good.
Yeah,
Yum, yum.
Just bake
Okay.
it. Okay.
Very good. Put those, pop that in. Now she's going to make us an incredible salad that you're going to love. I can't wait. The smell in here, I wish you could all be here with us because the smell is incredible. Now, that looks like a huge bowl.
It is. Well, we have a huge crew to feed.
Well, yeah, we've got all those rolls to eat, and we've got the crew. You know how we take care of the crew because they have to be happy campers, right?
Okay. In Italian, we call this salad a panzanella.
Panzanella.
Panzanella salad. And it
You
can
know, Italian's my favorite of the language. I don't know how to speak it, but I love it. I love the culture. I love the people.
And
So,
everything here is fresh. That's another thing about Italian cooking. It's fresh basil.
how do you
It's
say fresh in Italian?
Fresca.
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 Okay.
So
I thought
what
that was a can of pop. Fresca.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually it is. But what I have here is you can use any bread. I just suggest good bread that you like. And it can be a sourdough bread. It can be garlic bread. Garlic bread is real good. And I like to toast it. You don't have to toast it, but I do. So I just want to show.
Is that like a half of the loaf, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a half. You know, the big loaves you buy. I cut it in half,
It's like a 1 pound loaf. She's cut in half.
and then I
Cut
slice
in
it.
half again.
And I broil it just to toast it. And when that's done, I just cut it. Here you have your
cut it
little
and make it-
pieces,
okay.
little bite-sized pieces,
Yeah.
kind of it.
Well,
Not too little.
Or if you have a big mouth,
Yeah.
big bite-sized pieces, but whatsoever, it's good. Okay.
Right. Okay. And what you do with this is you just put it
Pour
in
it into
a
your big
nice
bowl.
big bowl. Okay.
Now that looks like a lot, but when the juices and the
Yeah.
dressing gets on,
Yeah, because then
it's gonna
it does melt down a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. Tomatoes. I like to use plum tomatoes, but you can use the
Vine ripened?
The vine ripened, and you don't want them too small. I like a little bite.
oh,
to
these are
eat.
juicy, and boy, is that going to be good in that. Oh,
I know. So
Yum.
I just cube them like this. I think this is a nice size.
That's a nice size.
And you just want to add those in, and we already did this ahead of time.
Now, the recipe that you're going to send for, this would be about half of what we're doing. We've doubled it because we have a lot of mouths to feed here. But I'm telling you, you could add as much. That's one thing I like. You don't have to follow it exactly. If you like more, put more. I would even put, thinking about putting an avocado in here. I love avocado.
Avocado. I personally like anchovies. That's salt.
Because that salty taste, yeah.
You can put anchovy, you can put black olives.
Oh, black olives would be nice
black
too. No
olives is
cheese in
good.
this though. Interesting, no cheese.
Well, the bread that we're using today is a
Has
Parmesan,
Parmesan on it, yeah.
garlic cheese. So you're going
Okay.
to pick up flavor from there.
So
All
you-
right, so then we add our tomatoes in.
So she already has, these are all the plum tomatoes. I don't know, we probably should have got one of those big, containers, that you put stuff away to store in, to mix this in, because this is growing by the moment.
But
Okay?
it'll all come together. And
Do you want me to cut these up?
if
Did you
like.
want me to?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then what I like is you have to use fresh basil.
Oh,
I grow
absolutely.
basil every spring, and I
So
freeze
do I.
it.
Yes.
Now there's available in all the grocery stores, fresh.
Didn't used to be though.
No.
I mean, when you wanted basil, you're like, okay, use the dry because that's all you're getting. But
It really
I'm
doesn't work
happy that
with
it's-
the dry.
It's available now.
It doesn't work with the dry
Not
at
as
all.
well, that's for sure.
Okay, so you have your basil and then onions. We have here both white and red. You
Yeah.
can use either, and I know there's appears to be a lot.
There is a
Slice
lot.
them thin.
That doesn't appear. There's a lot.
It
But
gives it a
she,
nice
like you
flavor.
said, you do it because it does add flavor. And there's basil in here in that bread, and there's not a whole lot of other things that right now are adding flavor. So the onion is a real good choice. Of course, if you don't love onion, well, then you don't need to put it in. But I think it just flavors everything.
Sliced nice and thin too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the key to this is try not to make it ahead of time.
Yeah, you
This
wanna
you
do
can
that.
you can assemble all of this together ahead of time.
Right.
I'm just gonna put this aside here because this is what's important.
And I'm just gonna
You
throw
need
my
extra
tomatoes.
virgin olive oil.
The
It
good
has
kind.
to
See
be.
how
It
green
really
that oil
does.
is? That's the color you want of your oil.
I needed this. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And a good balsamic vinegar that you like. So we're going to put this in here with the balsamic.
Now, how much balsamic is that? A couple of tablespoons?
Probably, yeah, 3 or 4 tablespoons. Well, for this here, probably about 5. And then you can taste it to see what
adjust
you like.
from there.
And then I would add a pinch of salt.
Now, I have some juice, but I'm going to put this in here
Yeah.
because that juice is going to add flavor. So you
Okay.
want to scrape that on your board and make sure that all of those good flavors gets in that
Now,
salad.
Arlene,
Yeah.
see, this isn't, I know a few friends of mine, they'll just mix it like this and it's done.
No.
No, you have to mix. This actually turns thick
Yeah,
when
as
it's
you keep
thoroughly
mixing.
mixed. And then what you do is you drizzle this over the salad, and I'm telling you, the
Unbelievable.
bread absorbs it.
Okay, now when that gets thick,
It has to get
that
thick.
combines, right? Because it emulsifies. As long as it's separating, it is not thick enough, right?
Right.
Okay. So with this salad, then you don't really need, and the meal that we're making, you don't need a garlic bread or anything because you've got the bread in here, the salad is here, and then your main course is there.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
And it
And you don't need to
smells
dip
so good.
anything because this bread's going to soak up all of that and the juices from the tomatoes. Oh my goodness, incredible. Oh,
how-
yeah, show that.
Yeah,
Set it right
see how
there.
that's getting thick?
It's beautiful.
And it's going to get thicker as I beat it.
as you keep beating it, okay? Well, you know what? We're waiting for the rolls to bake. They only bake for just a few minutes, so it's not too long. Then she's going to add this on our salad, and we're going to be in the dining room in just a minute. But first, you have to know how to get these recipes because I know you're going to want them. So here's how you can get them. Come on back, and we'll be in the dining room. Stay with us. Well, here we are, Laura. I cannot wait. I cannot wait a moment longer. You have to give me one of those.
Sure.
Look how beautiful they are. Oh, my goodness. That's your whole.
See?
Look, that's the lasagna. Look at the cheese, the filling. Look at that cheese. Oh, and they're piping hot. Oh, my goodness. Get yourself one. Then I'm going to serve us some of this. Look at the salad. Oh, see how it sets? Look at the dressing on that and how that bread has just soaked up all those wonderful flavors. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. Can I have your bowl,
Sure.
please? And you even made us a little special
cappuccino.
drink.
Cappuccino.
A little cappuccino for us. How nice that is. I'm telling you, we added just a little bit of, I added some grapes. I think this is a nice ending to a meal like this. And we have a piece of Asiago cheese, a piece of Swiss cheese. There are some little biscotti type cookies. What else could you want, right?
Not much
Just
more.
a lot of friends around to enjoy it with. You know, I always tell you, there's a place at the table for you, and we wish you could be here. And you can't, but hopefully when you send for the recipes, it helps you to experience what we experience here. And, you know, you're family to us. We care what happens to you. And I know that Laura's passion is for people and for them to know Christ as their Savior. That's what's important to us. And what's important is that you know him as your Savior. If you have a desire to have a relationship with him like you've never experienced before, there's a phone number on the bottom of the screen. And call that number, and they will be glad to pray with you. They really, really will. We love you. We care for you. Thank you so much for being here. Can't wait.
You.
So be sure to join us the next time, because, you know, it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. We'll see you then. Yum, yum, let's eat.
Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, Pennsylvania.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.